How long until all life on Earth dies? Like all stars, the Sun is at war with its own gravity. This struggle has been going on since the Sun was born. It is a war the Sun is destined to lose. If hydrogen is the fusion fuel powering the Sun, then at some point that fuel will run out. Once the core hydrogen is gone, about 5 billion years from now, the Sun will run into trouble. With nothing but inert helium ash lying at the center, the gravitational crush on the core will increase. From this point onward, the Sun only has about 100 million years left. It will desperately reconfigure itself in an attempt to keep the energy flowing, eventually shrinking its core and swelling its outer layers to become what we call a red giant star. During its final act as a red giant, the Sun will probably become so large it will engulf the Earth. Our planet's history will end as it enters the scorching outer layers of its parent star. Even as hydrogen happily burns in the Sun's core, there are still changes happening. With every kilogram of hydrogen mass that is fused, the Sun's inner regions readjust, contracting slightly and raising its temperature slightly as well. But the rate at which nuclear fusion generates energy is very sensitive to temperature. Even tiny increases in the core's temperature produce noticeable increases in the Sun's luminosity. That means the Sun has slowly been getting brighter throughout its history. As the Sun keeps getting brighter, it will eventually trigger runaway effects that spell doom for the biosphere. The most important of these is the evaporation of the oceans. When the Sun gets bright enough to evaporate seawater at high enough levels, the atmosphere begins to fill with water vapor, and a moist runaway greenhouse begins. Evaporation makes the planet hotter, which leads to more evaporation, which makes the planet hotter, and so on. Eventually, the planet becomes so hot that it tumbles past the boundaries of life. Recent results suggest 1.5 billion years until the end. That is a much shorter span of time than the 5 billion years until the planet is engulfed by the Sun.